Good evening, everybody. It's Jeremiah. I got another video for you. So I picked up this Suzuki 50cc for my kids, and the one thing the wife said is she wanted a remote kill switch on it, like how the Chinese ones have. It's got the lanyard pole. It's on the back bumper, but I don't want to have a leash chasing them around. I got a pretty good size yard, so I'd rather have a remote control. Now, they sell these remote control kits for about $10 on Amazon, and they seem like they have pretty good range, 50 or 75 feet or something like that, so I'm okay with that. We'll see how it works. They're about $10, but you need a couple other parts. You need a remote control car battery, 14 volt, I think it's 14.8. Was it LiPo they call them? I've got one of the smart chargers for them because I have other remote control car stuff, so I didn't have to buy that for this. I already had the charger, but I did have to buy the battery, and it's 15 or 18 bucks. The remote kill switch box, we already talked about that. That's that. And then this is a 5-pin automotive relay. They come out to about $2 or $3 a piece with the pigtail. Okay, I got a 5-pack of them. In fact, it was $9 or something next day on Amazon. So I had to kind of throw this together. I had to do a little bit of work to the ATV to get it running. I picked it up from a guy that gave up on it, and so things running like a top now. So now it's time for safety. So now that I know this works and I got it going, I'll probably make another harness, clean it up a little bit, and put some heat shrink on everything, hold it together after the kids play with it for a little while. But I'll do it on the bench. But right now I'm working on this at 10 o'clock at night, Christmas Eve. Just got home from Universal Studios about an hour ago. So let's do the run through. Okay, so here's the battery. It comes through your black, your ground. Oh yeah, I got these connectors. You buy a bunch of these connectors. They come with the males and the females already. So get some of those. They're $1 or $2 per set. So have your ground come off and hit a ground knuckle. I got to ground 2 black wires that are grounds from the remote box, tie into a connection, and the ground 86 or 85 from the 5-pin also tie into it. So all these blacks, tie them in together and then run them up to the steering wheel to a ground, okay? And then your positive off the battery, hit a fuse. I got one of those little glass holder fuses. I've got some nicer ones that take like an automotive bus style fuse in my service truck. I just got to go grab them. I didn't feel like doing it in the middle of the night with a flashlight, so I had this cheapie, the glass one, in my junk drawer of electrical fittings, so I'll use that for now. So go through the fuse, off the fuse, into the remote box. And then the remote box red is power 12 volt in, as you can see. White is 12 volt out. So this is like a light switch. So you're gonna have power going in, kick on the light switch with the remote, it allows 12 volts to go back out. Now here's our second light switch, right? So now we're gonna have, this is gonna be the back side of that coil. Black is the ground of that coil inside this relay, and white is going to be our opposite of 85 or 86, whichever one you use, it doesn't matter, okay? Now here's the tricky part. There's 3 wires that run right down the center on the long end, right? You need a 5-pin relay because you need that normally closed, because these 4-wheelers run on a grounded out to make it run. So you've got to tie together. So here's 2 wires that have that joint where you connect to the key switch. Okay, so I'm just using these wires because they're right in the front, and I figure I put the battery and all that kind of crap up here, I'll zip tie it up. So the 2 wires coming off, it doesn't matter which one or the other. You're going to tie in with 87 and 30 are going to go to one side of this wire. So 87 and 30, you see how I have them together? In this case, it's blue and red are going to tie in with one side of the 2 for the key switch. And then 87A is going to go through on the other side. 87A, that's the one in the center, is going to run by itself and tie in with the second of the 2 wires that go to the key switch. Now, I just made a union here, so now it touches this, which essentially makes like another key switch, and then it carries on back to the key switch that's on the front. Okay? So that's how it operates. I'll draw that on a piece of paper and put it on at the end of this video so you can push pause, take a screenshot, whatever you got to do, so you can see the diagram of what you have to do here. But let me show you how it works. Let me get a different angle here and pull start this thing for you guys. All right, you hear that click? That's that relay. Okay, so I'm gonna hit it on. I'm gonna give it a pull. I'll turn it off. I'm gonna hit it on. Hold on, let's leave it off. I'll show you it doesn't work. No worky worky. Turn it on. Key switch still works. Okay. Push button still works. So all the other on-offs are still operational, okay? So I thought this was a pretty cool little deal because you can make one of these for anything. If your kid's got a mini bike, the fat tire mini bike, if they got a go-kart, anything that's pull start, this should work on. You just got to jump out the little on-off switch on the side of the motor, put a little pigtail on it, and jump that out, put one of these little remote control car batteries on it. If you get the fancy chargers like what I have, the thing charges the battery in like 5 minutes, and it should last you quite a while. It's a lithium battery, and that little relay can't be pulling much. So anyhow, I'm going to do the diagram here at the end of the video, and let me know, comment, subscribe, like. If you need any questions, reach out to me. Thanks, guys.